guess Indian Hill's the home team. Because they're the one seed.
For that.
No, I don't think so. Since they're the winner's bracket champion.
Yeah, I think that was your.
Yeah. No, I think Southeast are the road team.
Get hungry? Been here what, 5 minutes and you're already hungry? Need some popcorn for the game? Yeah.
What? I'm probably still eating.
I got good news for Brian. He may be old from baseball, but he's a spring chicken for rock and roll.
Welcome back to the Tigers softball complex as we are getting ready for the Iowa Community College Athletic Conference championship game here between the the Southeastern Blackhawks and the Indian Hills Warriors. Southeastern, we will have the introduction of everybody on the team. And number 8, Eliza Lynn Noah. Cameron Bailey just had the big hit.
Number 15, Aaron Gerhardt.
And Aaron Gerhardt.
Now the starting lineup. Leading off and playing shortstop, number 3, Ashley
And here is the starting lineup. Rosado just pitched to get the win. She's the shortstop leading off here in this game. Heather Geiger, the center fielder, will bat second. Chase Lowney's over at third base. She'll hit third. Taylor Podorf, the catcher, bats fourth. Izzy Collins, the right fielder, will hit fifth. Sadie Smith, the second baseman, hits sixth. Veronica Coughlin, the first baseman, hits seventh. Lara Pence is the designated player for Callan Powell, who is pitching, and the flex player. And Katie Price will bat ninth and play left field. Smithburg had the go-ahead two-run double in Southeastern's 5-2 win over Iowa Western as the Blackhawks trailed 2-0 till the top of the seventh inning when they exploded for 5 runs and were able to close it out and defeat Iowa Western, knocking the Reavers out of the tournament with a 5-2 win. Indian Hills has been waiting all morning to play their first game as they had 2 wins yesterday, beating MCC 11-3 and then defeated Iowa Western in the winners bracket final 1-0. They had just 1 hit in that ball game as Alexis Westerkamp hit a home run to give Indian Hills a 1-0 lead, and that would stand up.
Number 15, Lila Kriegel.
Tequila Hall and Lila Kriegel. Tequila Hall's from ICCAC, Iowa. Kriegel from Brooklyn. The players for Indian Hills being introduced here for this championship game. As we'll look at the starting lineup for the Warriors. Brooke Snyder will play second base and lead off. Vanessa Bakley will be the shortstop hitting second. Macy Harrington will play right field and bat third. Chloe Olson will play left field hitting fourth. Jaylee Reintz is the first baseman hitting fifth. Alexis Westerkamp, the catcher, will bat sixth. Westerkamp had the home run against Iowa Western yesterday in that game where Indian Hills was able to win 1-0. Jordan Holland, the third baseman, will hit seventh. Brittany Lloyd, the center fielder, bats eighth. And Abigail Sweet, the designated player, will hit ninth. Indian Hills is coached by Lindsay Deal. They have won 20 consecutive games. Coming into this one, they're on a 20-game win streak. As they take on Southeastern, 37-16 on the season for Indian Hills. For Southeastern, they're coached by Melissa Flores and Larry Heath. Alexis Grote is in the circle. And Grote yesterday pitched against Iowa Western. She allowed just 2 hits and struck out 8 in that 1-0 shutout win. So here's how it works. If Indian Hills wins, they are the Region 11 champions and Iowa Community College Athletic Conference champions. If Southeastern wins, then we play winner-take-all game tomorrow at 11 a.m. for the championship. Well, Southeastern's got to win twice, and Indian Hills just needs the one win here to clinch the conference title. Around the outfield for Indian Hills, in left field, Chloe Olson, Brittany Lloyd is in center, Macy Harrington's in right, Jordan Holland's at third, Vanessa Bakley's over at second, or at shortstop, Brooke Snyder's at second, and Jaylee Reitz is at first. Alexis Westerkamp is behind the plate, and Alexis Grote is in the circle. It'll be Ashley Rosado to lead it off. She sparked
Leading off the top of the
Southeastern's
first inning for the Blackhawks.
comeback as Southeastern has come back in their last two elimination games. As Rosado will lead it off against Grote. Change up, slap to third, fielded, thrown across, and in time as Holland retires Rosado on one pitch. So one out.
The center fielder, number 4, Heather Geiger.
That'll bring in Heather Geiger. She hit the big RBI triple versus Iowa Western just a moment ago. I made it a 2-1 game and then scored the tying run. Southeastern would score 5 in the inning and wind up winning it. Here, Geiger behind it, no balls and 2 strikes. Big crowd on hand as it's fouled straight back. No 2 count. As Grote looks in. The 0-2 missed away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Grote coming into the tournament at 255 strikeouts, just 54 walks. And it's fouled off by Geiger. And we'll stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Top of the first inning in this championship game. 1 ball, 2 strike count on Geiger. The Southeastern center fielder popped up. Short left side. Holland's got a play over in foul territory. And she'll make the catch for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down for Southeastern. And that'll bring in Chase Lowney.
The third baseman, number 2, Chase Lowney.
And she had the game-tying double against Iowa Western, then scored the go-ahead run, eventual winning run. Here she stands in with nobody on and 2 outs. Takes a strike on the outside corner. So no ball, 1 strike count on Lowney. The 0-1 on the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lowney does have home run power. She's hit 8 of them. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. Change up, grounded to short, fielded by Bakley, thrown across in time on a nifty stretch by Reitz. And a 1-2-3 inning for Southeastern. So now Indian Hills will get their first crack at the plate. It'll be Brooke Snyder, the second baseman, to lead it off. Vanessa Bakley and Macy Harrington. And we'll see who is pitching for Southeastern. And it looks like it's going to be Laura Pence. So Laura Pence is going to pitch. She was the designated player. So she can move into the circle. And the first base will be Veronica Coughlin. So Coughlin will play first. And Pence is going to get the start. She is 10-4. Pitching 99 innings, 85 hits, 49 runs, 38 earned runs, 117 strikeouts, 41 walks. 2.69 earned run average. So Pence will start. She'll face Snyder, Bakley, and Harrington in this first inning. Snyder yesterday clubbed a couple of home runs. Westerkamp, of course, had the big home run. The only run against Iowa Western. But Indian Hills has been off this morning. Southeastern's already played a game. Well, that helps you or not. Depends on what you think. I think the rest helps you if you'd like to be nice and warmed up. So Pence will face Snyder to lead off this bottom of the first inning. Scoreless between Indian Hills and Southeastern. Pence looks in. And the first pitch hits the outside corner. No balls and a strike. Snyder, a .424 hitter, 21 home runs, 65 driven in. He played high school ball right down the road at West Marshall. As she fouls it back. No ball, 2-strike count. Well, quickly 0-2 on Snyder. She struck out 22 times on the season. And Pence strikes her out on a pitch away. And one away here in the first. That'll bring in Vanessa Bakley, .318 hitter.
The shortstop, number 3, Vanessa Bakley.
And she stands in. And Pence's pitch missed inside. 1 ball, no strikes. A 1-0 count on Bakley. A big crowd on hand for this championship game. Bakley fouls it straight back. And a 1 ball, 1 strike count. As Pence looks in. Ground ball back to short. Rosado's got it. Fires across. And in time to get Bakley. Rosado retires Bakley, and that'll bring in the number 3 hitter, Macy Harrington.
Number 4, Macy Harrington.
The top home run hitter with 23 bombs. He has not hit one in the first 2 games this weekend for Indian Hills. He takes away 1 ball, no strikes. Harrington, a .384 hitter, 23 home runs, 62 driven in. 1-0 count here from Pence. Missed away, 2 balls and no strikes. So Pence trying to get through the inning with a 1-2-3, but now it's falling behind Harrington 2-0. And big cut by Harrington, came up empty. 2 balls and a strike. Bottom of the first inning, 2 outs. Scoreless in this championship game between Indian Hills and Southeastern. Another big swing and a miss. And the count goes to 2-2. It's a strikeout pitcher. She'd struck out 117 coming in today. And she strikes out another. So 2 strikeouts in the first inning for Pence. And a 1-2-3 first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. We played an inning here in the championship game. Scoreless between Indian Hills and Southeastern. We head into the top of the second. It'll be Taylor Podorf Izzy Collins and Sadie Smithberg. These teams played 4 times during the regular season. Indian Hills won all 4 matchups, but 3 of the 4 were very close. They were all close games except for one that Indian Hills won 3-2, 4-3, 6-4, and the only one that was really a wide margin was a 10-3 score. Well, these teams have played close games, as Pottorff will lead it off for Southeastern. Pottorff will stand in. Against Grote. Missing high and away. 1 ball, no strike count. On deck is the right fielder, Collins. And a big swing and a miss. Through the heat right by Pottorff that time. One pitch, popped up and foul. Sun shining now. With a 1-2 delivery coming here. Foul back again. Well, retired the side in order in the first inning. As Pottorff behind in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch, fouled off right side. Another pitch being thrown here for Grote. Pottorff loops one towards short. It'll fall in front of Bakley. The throw is going to be in time to retire Pottorff. And there's 1 away as Izzy Collins will stand in.
The right fielder, number 9, Izzy Collins.
Collins from Ames, sophomore. And there's 1 away here in the second. And she takes ball high. 1 ball, no strikes. As Grote looks in. Misses the outside corner. Not by much though. 2 balls and no strikes. A 2-0 count. As Collins with a big swing and late on it. 2 balls and a strike. On deck, it's the hero of the last game, Sadie Smithberg. Driven hard down the third baseline and foul. On the count now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the second inning, 1 out, scoreless between Indian Hills and Southeastern. If Indian Hills wins this game, they are the champions. Southeastern wins, it would force a winner-take-all game. Ground ball to third, thrown on the money, and the out. Retired by Jordan Holland. 2 away here in the second. That'll bring in Sadie Smithberg. She had the game-winning 2-run double in the elimination game just a moment ago against Iowa Western. She drove it down the right field line. Takes a pitch high for ball 1. Southeastern lost to Iowa Western 8-3, and then rallied to beat MCC 4-3. And then rallied to beat Iowa Western 5-2. Having to come from behind in the 7th inning versus MCC and Iowa Western. Missing down 3 balls and no strikes on Smithburg. As Grote steps back in the circle. The 3-0 pitch to Smithburg. And a pitch in there for a strike. So the count now 3-1. Swing and a miss. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. The full count delivery missed outside, ball 4. So a 2-out walk by Smithburg. And that'll bring in Veronica Coughlin.
Veronica Coughlin.
Coughlin pops it up and foul. And I think it landed in the garbage can. The dumpster behind us. Big swing and a miss. So Coughlin behind in the count and no balls and 2 strikes. 337 hitter on the season. Runner at first base, 2 outs here in the second. And it's driven, little bloop shot, that's going to fall in for a hit into short left center field. And Coughlin with a single after the walk to Smithburg. And now runners on first and second for Pence.
The pitcher, number 14, Laura Pence.
Laura Pence will stand in with a chance to give Southeastern the early lead. Runners on first and second. Smithburg at second. Coughlin at first. And Pence fouls it off. And the count, no balls and a strike. 0-1 count on Pence. She's driven in 24. Now 25 after executing a perfect bunt that extended the lead against Iowa Western as that pitch misses up. 1 ball, 1 strike to get Southeastern into the championship game. 1-1 pitch. Missed low, 2-1. Grote a little frustrated. Now the plate going to be cleaned off. As Westerkamp fixing an equipment issue. Looks like she tied her shoe. 2 ball, 1 strike count on Pence. The left fielder Price on deck. The pitch. Inside. 3 balls and a strike now on Pence. Well, now a 3-1 pitch. You know, Pence is going to be ready to unload on this pitch. The 3-1. Big swing and a miss. Might have swung at ball 4 as the count goes to full count at 3-2. And now with 2 outs, the 3-2 pitch. Runners on first and second get a head start as Pence bounces one to second. Snyder Fields fires to first. And the side is retired.
Scored no runs.
And Southeastern gets no runs on a hit.
2 runners left on base.
No errors. And leave 2.
Westerkamp.
And we'll head into the bottom of the second inning. It'll be Chloe Olson, Jaylee Reintz, and Alexis Westerkamp. The 4, 5, and 6 hitters for Indian Hills. Scoreless here in the bottom of the second inning. In a game like this, you want to score that first run. What doesn't always work out to your favor is both elimination games that we've had, the team that scored the first run actually wound up losing in the end. As MCC was able to score first against Southeastern. But Southeastern kind of been the rally team in the seventh inning here in this tournament. Indian Hills beat MCC 11-3 in their first game yesterday, and then was able to get by Iowa Western in that pitcher's duel, 1-0. That put them here in the championship and gave them the winner's bracket title, so put them in firm position where they have to be beat twice to not be the conference champion. As a team, Indian Hills has won 20 straight. They're on quite a roll. But Pence handled the first three hitters with 2 strikeouts. And between Snyder and Harrington's punch-outs, Bakley grounded to short. She faces Olson and hits the inside corner. So Pence has come out firing strikes for Southeastern. Olson had her 14th home run yesterday. It looks like that was an illegal pitch, so didn't quite come to a stop, it appears. So Pence with the 1-1. Driven out to deep left field. Is it going to be a fair ball? It's foul. That would have made a 1-0 Indian Hills, as that was a rocket. But it lands foul, even though it had home run distance. Now the count at 1-2 strikes. So just a loud strike. Olson digs back in. See if Pence tries to get her to chase away. She does, and she succeeds in that. Third strikeout of the game for Pence. And one away here in the second as Jaylee Reintz will stand in. 273 hitter. As Pence waits for Reintz to dig into the box. Now comes with the pitch. And strike one has been a big pitch thus far. She's gone strike one on almost every Indian Hills hitter. And a count of no balls and a strike. The 0-1 delivery in the dirt. And that bounced over and it's caught by a fan. Indian Hills fan with a nice snag at the top row. 1-1 strike. As Reintz will dig back in. A 1-1 delivery. Popped up right side. That's going to be out of play. And the count goes to 1-2 strikes. Scoreless here in this second inning. The first 4 retired by Pence, and she's ahead of another hitter at 1-2. Trying to strike out her 4th of the game, and just missed high and in. 2-2 strikes. Trying to get Reintz to chase. It's been the pitch on the outer half of the plate that has fooled Indian Hills thus far. Snyder swung at it, Harrington swung at it, and Olson swung at it. The pitch missed away as Reintz laid off that pitch this time. And the count now full at 3-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Scoreless in this championship game. Swing and a miss. Right strikes out swinging. 4 now for Pence. And 2 away here in the second inning. And that'll bring in the catcher, Westerkamp. She had Indian Hills' only hit against Iowa Western, and it was a home run. As Pence comes with the pitch, popped up on the infield. Pence is going to be called off by the first baseman, Coughlin. She'll make the catch. And 6 up, 6 down for Laura Pence. As we head into the third, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. We'll head to the top of the third inning, scoreless between Indian Hills and Southeastern. The Blackhawks will have 9-1-2 coming up. It'll be Katie Price, Ashley Rosado, and Heather Geiger. As we start the top of the third inning, Owners allowed just the 1 hit. Has yet to strike out a batter. Pence has struck out 4. 2 strikeouts in each the first and second inning. Katie Price will lead it off here in the third inning. As the throw down to second, and we're ready to start the third. Price will stand in. And a scoreless ball game to lead off this third inning.
Leading off the third inning for Southeastern, the left fielder, number 5, Katie Price.
As Price stands in from the right side. Well, looks in. And pitch misses up and away. And checked the swing, and the umpire at first base said no. 1 ball, no strike count on Price. Pops one up towards short. Bakley is back on the edge of the grass, a little bit into the grass. And there's 1 away here in the third. That'll bring in the leadoff hitter, Ashley Rosado. She grounded to third on the first pitch in the first inning. Here she bats with nobody on in the top of the third. She's got power. And she takes a pitch high. Rosado with 12 home runs on the season. The 1-0, high and away, 2 balls and no strikes. And time is called as Coach Deal is going to go out and visit with her pitcher. Still early on in this game, but Grote has pitched a little bit behind in the count. This on a 2-0 pitch. And to make sure Grote doesn't just serve one up, that Rosado can hit a long ways. A 2 ball, no strike count. There has been an Indian Hills pitcher warming up down the far left side in the outfield. Can just barely see her through the fence. As that pitch misses up. 3-0 as Grote is out there shaking her head. And a 3-0 count on Rosado. Strike on the outside corner. Well, the count is 3-1. Now Rosado will be hacking here and beat with the fastball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The count full on Rosado after it was once 3-0. Now a full count delivery. Swing and a miss. So Grote comes all the way back to strike out Rosado. And that'll bring in Heather Geiger. She popped the third her first time. And there's 2 away here in the third.
Heather Geiger.
So Geiger will stand in. Swing and a miss as she tried to bring that one with her. She did that and hit her first extra base hit, first triple of the season. She drives this one out to center field, and on the run and making the catch is Chloe Olson.
In the top of the third inning. 2 up in the bottom of the third for Indian Hills. Holland, Lloyd, Sweet.
So the out is made by Olson. And we played 2.5. And it looks like Lloyd has shifted to left field for Indian Hills. Olson in center. At least on that play. So on the bottom of the third, Indian Hills will have Jordan Holland, Brittany Lloyd, and Abigail Sweet against Laura Pence, who has struck out 4 through the first 2 frames and retired 6 in a row. Indian Hills has yet to get a ball out of the infield. There's only 2 balls put in play, a ground out to short by Bakley and a pop out to first by Westerkamp. Holland will lead it off. As Pence goes back to work. Holland from Unionville, Missouri. .297 hitter, 2 home runs, 25 driven in.
Off the bottom of the third inning, the third baseman, number 12, Jordan Holland.
So Holland will stand in. As Pence has retired 6 in a row. Misses away with the first pitch. He's had a lot of first pitch strikes. This time misses outside to Holland. The 1-0 pitch. Misses off the inside corner. 2 balls and no strikes. It's Pence behind in the count for the first time here, 2-0. And now 3-0. So the count well in favor of the hitter Holland. And the 3-0 pitch coming here from Pence. And missed ball 4, so a 4-pitch walk. Is the first base runner for Indian Hills. And that'll bring in Brittany Lloyd.
The left fielder, number 6, Brittany Lloyd.
402 hitter. You see her back in there. She got hurt in the MCC game. Looks like she suffered a leg injury, but appears to be okay. No balls and a strike. Scoreless between Indian Hills and Southeastern as Lloyd shows bunt and pulls it back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner down at first is Holland after the leadoff walk. Bottom of the third inning. Popped up right side over and unable to make the catch is Coughlin. Pence ahead in the count of no balls and 2 strikes. Pence takes a long look in, looking for her 5th strikeout. And missed down and away. 2 balls and a strike. Pence looking in. The 2-2 popped up right side, and that's going to be out of play as Coughlin gave it a look. And Lloyd battling with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. He's got 66 hits, 2 doubles, 4 triples, 7 driven in. Somebody's vehicle was going off there. The 2-2 missed outside, 3-2. So Pence walked Holland and now has gone 3-2 on Lloyd. And a 3-2 pitch here from Pence. Popped up and foul and out of play. Well, another 3-2 pitch from Pence to Lloyd. Popped up. This one's going to be in play, and Lowney will make the catch. Well, Lloyd pops out to third, and that'll bring in Abby Sweet.
The designated player, number 19, Abby Sweet.
206 hitter on the season. And at first base is Holland. Now 1 out here in the 3rd. Missed low and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Pence cruised through the first 2 innings, striking out 4. Still is not allowed to hit. It's the 1-0 pitch. And the bunt was done by Sweet. She did unable to pull it back in time. And the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch. She bunts straight up into the air, and Coughlin will make the catch. Well, failed bunt attempt that time for Sweet. And that'll bring us back to the top of the order, and Brooke Snyder, who struck out swinging in the first.
Baseman, number 14, Brooke Snyder.
Snyder with plenty of power to make it 2-0 with 1 swing. She drives one out to deep left center field. That ball's back to the wall. It's gone. A 2-run homer for Brooke Snyder. And Indian Hills has taken a 2-0 lead. So Snyder with the 2-run homer. And it's 2-0 Warriors on the first hit. 2 runs in as that ball just got over the center field fence. Geiger went back there, leaped up at the fence, but couldn't get high enough. And it's 2-0 Indian Hills.
The shortstop, number 3, Vanessa Bakley.
As Vanessa Bakley will stand in, she's grounded to short. And misses inside his Pence. 1 ball, no strikes. Pence looks in. It's driven into left field. That's going to get down for a hit. Price will get it back in. But back-to-back hits for Indian Hills. The 2-run homer and now a single with 2 outs, and that'll bring in Macy Harrington.
The right fielder, number 4, Macy Harrington.
She struck out swinging in the first. For Snyder, that's her 22nd home run. As Price looks like she's having a problem with possibly contact. Maybe got something in the eye. Let's see. Looks like she's going to be okay. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning. 2 runs in on the home run by Snyder. Bakley with a 2-out single to left, and now Harrington. Pence trying to get through this third frame. Taking away is Harrington. A pitch that Indian Hills was chasing. And their first 2 at-bats seem to be not chasing here in this inning. Count 2 balls and no strikes. Pence behind on the count to Harrington. Gets one over on the inside corner. 2-1. Harrington struck out swinging in the first. And takes the ball here on the outer half. 3-1. Down at first base is Bakley. The 3-1 pitch. Pence trying to find a grip and throws it right by Harrington. Count is full at 3-2. A 3-2 pitch. And popped up right side. That's going to be out of play. And time is called. We'll have a 3-2 pitch. Bottom of the third inning. 2 outs, 2-0 Indian Hills. The payoff pitch hits the inside corner, and Harrington is called out on strikes.
For Indian Hills in the bottom of the third.
So Pence strikes out her 5th,
on 2 hits.
but Indian Hills
There were no errors.
with 2 runs on 2 hits,
Two up in the top of the 4th inning for
no errors,
Southeastern.
and a leave one. The 2-run homer by Snyder
Collins.
gives Indian Hills a 2-0 lead. We've played 3 innings, 2-0 Indian Hills on top of Southeastern. In the 4th inning, it'll be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Blackhawks. Chase Lowney, Taylor Podorf, and Izzy Collins. As Alexis Grote goes back to work. Lowney last time in the first inning, she grounded to short. Podorf also grounded to short. And Collins grounded to third. Grote has retired the side in order twice. He did it in the first and then in the third. In the second inning, she walked Sadie Smithberg and gave up a single, the only hit she's allowed, to Veronica
The
Coughlin,
baseman, number 2, Chase Lowney.
as Chase Lowney will step in. Grote with the pitch. Hits the outside corner for a strike. As Lowney digs back in. And shoots one the other way and foul. And the count is no balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 2 count. On Lowney. Fouled straight back. Just the start of the fourth inning here. 2-0. If Indian Hills wins, they are the conference champions. If Southeastern wins, they play a winner-take-all tomorrow. Ground ball down the third base side is foul. Indian Hills struck first on the 2-run homer by Snyder. 0-2 count here on Lowney. She's only struck out 12 times. The pitch popped up on the infield, high on the infield. Reintz will take charge and make the catch right about where she stepped on the circle. And there's one away as Taylor Potorf checks in. Well, Potorf grounded to short in the second. As one away here in the fourth. And that pitch misses high. 1 ball and no strikes. On deck is Izzy Collins, who bounced to third. Change up, misses down. 2 balls and no strikes. So 2-0 count. Swing and a miss. A big cut by Potorf. He was trying to make it 2-1 with that swing. Another 2-1 pitch. Missed high, 3-1. 3 balls and a strike now. Grote has only walked 1. It popped up, short right side, Snyder out, and she'll make the catch. So quickly 2 away here in the fourth. And that'll bring in the right fielder, Izzy Collins, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out to third. And Lloyd will come in a few steps in left field. And the whole outfield coming in a few steps for Indian Hills. As Collins takes strike 1. So 0-1 pitch. As Grote throwing a few more first pitch strikes now. Just a little bit down. Down even in 1 ball and 1 strike. Two outs here in the top of the fourth. Nobody on. Hard ground ball picked at short by Bakley in the throw. Able to get Collins. Well, Bakley on the backhand. Throws out Izzy Collins.
Olsen, Reintz, Westerkamp.
And Indian Hills holds on to a 2-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the fourth. It'll be Chloe Olsen, Jaylee Reintz, and Alexis Westerkamp. 2 runs scored on the home run by Snyder. And Olsen will lead it off for Indian Hills. Pence back to work in the fourth. We get set to start the bottom of the fourth inning. Olsen struck out swinging in the second. Pence pitched ahead of nearly every batter first time through the order. Then the second time through the order started with Snyder's ball that she drove over the center field fence for a 2-run homer. And now Olson will stand in to lead off this fourth inning. 2-0 Indian Hills. Indian Hills able to win this game.
The center
They would
fielder,
clinch
number
the
9,
conference
Chloe Olson.
championship. Southeastern has to win twice to be the conference champions. The first pitch from Pence on the outside corner, a strike. So a count of no balls and a strike. And Olson shows bunt and fouls it at the plate. And the count now, no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. Tried to get her to chase, and Olson lays off. Pence has struck out 5. And ahead of Olson at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Looking in. Missed away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's the pitch Olson chased in the second inning to strike out. Now the count has gone to 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch inside, 3-2. Well, after Pence was ahead at no balls and 2 strikes, he's now gone full to Chloe Olson. The 3-2 pitch to lead off the fourth is popped up, and that's going to be out of play. And we'll have another full count pitch coming. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. So Olson strikes out. That's number 6 for Pence. And that'll bring in Jaylee Reitz, who also struck out swinging in the second. Reitz will stand in. As Pence misses away. 1 ball, no strikes. Reitz worked the count to 3-2 before striking out swinging. As she takes her time getting back in the box. 8 home runs, 27 driven in. Showing bunt. Now she'll pull back and drives one deep down the right field side. Collins over, can't quite make the catch in foul territory. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Lowney with a little break for Pence. 1-1 count. 1 out. Bottom of the fourth inning. 2-0 Indian Hills. Indian Hills with 2 hits. Legal called on Pence. A 2-1 count as the assistant coach, Heath, you can hear him from the dugout as this ball's driven deep to left field, and that ball is way out of here for a home run. As Reitz on a 2-1 pitch makes it 3-0 as she got every last bit of that ball. And it's 3-0 Indian Hills. And now a conversation in the circle. As the umpire out there as well. And it's 3-0 Indian Hills on 2 home runs. That ball was blasted. You knew right off the bat that thing was out of here.
The catcher, number 21, Alexis Westerkamp.
So 3-0 Indian Hills as Reintz hits her 9th home run. And now Pence back to work. In there for a strike. No ball, 1 strike count. And missing down and in. On Westerkamp, count goes to 1-1. One out here in the 4th. Down and away, 2 balls and a strike. As Pence looks in, a 2-ball, 1 strike count. Swing and a miss. Big cut by Westerkamp. Came up empty and the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 delivery from Pence. It's a little chopper, hits Westerkamp, but she was still in the box. Be a foul ball. And still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another 2-2 delivery, swing and a miss. 7 strikeouts for Pence.
The third baseman, number 12, Jordan Holland.
A 3-0 Indian Hills lead on 2 home runs. Second out here in the 4th inning. As Jordan Holland will stand in, she walked in the 3rd and scored on Snyder's home run. Chases a pitch in the dirt there and behind the count of no balls and a strike. The 0-1 pitch is tying away. 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck is the left fielder, Brittany Lloyd. It's the 1-1. Just missed off the inside. 2 balls and a strike. A 2-1 count on Holland with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Takes a strike on the corner. And the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Holland only struck out 16 times. Popped up on the infield. Lowney over. She'll have a play and to make the catch. So out of the inning, but not before Indian Hills scores another run. As the solo home run by Jaylee Reintz, a long home run. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, no one left for Indian Hills. We've played 4 innings. The Warriors with the lead, 3-0 as we head into the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Sadie Smithberg, Veronica Coughlin, and Laura Pence. As Grote will go to work once again. She's only allowed 1 hit. She's retired the side in order each of the last 2 innings. And she's retired 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row have been retired by Grote. Smithburg will stand in. She walked in the second. We Smithburg, Coughlin, and Pence. Southeastern's kind of been the comeback team at this tournament. They trailed Iowa Western 2-0 before scoring 5.
The fifth inning, the second baseman, number 7.
That was in the 7th inning. They trailed MCC 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th inning before rallying for 2 runs to win that game. As Grote misses wildly with the first pitch for ball 1. A 1-0 count on Smithburg. Takes a strike, and the count even at 1. Smithburg's been coming up big here in the tournament. He had the game-winning 2-run double versus Iowa Western, and also had a big RBI single yesterday. Here she's behind on 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Grote looks in, this tie. 2 balls and 2 strikes as Smithburg lays off. Another 2 ball, 2 strike pitch. This tie again, 3-2. So the count is run full on Smithburg. She drew a walk on a 3-2 pitch in the second. She's worked at the 3-2 here in the 5th. And she drives it out of play, just staying alive. Spoiling good pitches. Smithburg is on 23 walks. And she bounces this one. It gets by the pitcher. Bakley will field, though, and throw out Smithburg. Well, Bakley's been busy. And that is her 1, 2, 3, 4th put out from short. So 1 away here in the 5th, and that'll bring in Veronica Coughlin. She has the only hit for Southeastern. She looped it over the shortstop. And that pitch missed up. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 away here in the 5th, 3-0 Indian Hills. As Grote hits the outside corner, and the count even at 1. 1-1 count. And taking high and away is Coughlin. 2 balls and a strike. Coughlin has hit 3 home runs, driven in 14. .337 hitter. Pops this one up and out of play. A 2 ball, 2 strike count. A 2-2 pitch from Grote. Swing and a miss. Well, first strikeout of the game. Second strikeout for Grote. And the second out here in the 5th.
14, Laura Pence.
And that'll bring in Laura Pence. She bounced to second her first time. Fouled straight back. Now, Eastern's only got it out of the infield a couple of times. The single, and then a fly out to center by Geiger. Other than that, everything has been on the ground. 1 ball, 1 strike. 7 of the outs recorded by Grote have been on grounders. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2 on Pence. And the umpire will get a full supply of softballs. And a 1 ball, 2 strike pitch coming from Grote. Another strikeout. Back-to-back punch-outs to end the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. And that means 10 in a row now retired by Alexis Grote. As we'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters, Brittany Lloyd, Abby Sweet, and Brooke Snyder, who's already got a 2-run homer. Three to nothing Indian Hills. All their runs coming via the long ball. Snyder a 2-run shot. And Wright's a solo homer. They hit 4 home runs against MCC to start the tournament. And they hit 1 yesterday against Iowa Western. That put them at 84, so 86 home runs on the season thus far for Indian Hills. Well, the long ball is a big part of their offense. And now they're just 6 outs away from clinching the ICCAC Conference Championship. But as we've seen, Southeastern have been tough in the late innings. As we'll see if there's a pitching change or Pence still in there. Looks like she is still in. Pence has allowed just 3 hits, but 3 runs. As Brittany Lloyd will stand in and takes a strike on the inside corner. Lloyd behind on the count at 0-1. Missing away is Pence. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 pitch. Popped up and caught by an Indian Hills fan. Well, the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch. Missing down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lloyd worked the count 3-2 in the 3rd before popping out to 3rd. And now a 2 ball, 2 strike count. Popped up left side. Lowney's over. So is Rosado, but nobody's going to be able to get there. And we'll stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2 count on Lloyd. Popped up right side. This time there is a play for Coghlan. And she'll make the catch in foul territory. And there's 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th. I'm going to bring in Abby Sweet. She popped out to first in her first plate appearance in the 3rd. Now Sweet will stand in. Pence just missed the outside corner. 1-0 count. Sweet with 2 home runs, 11 driven in. And ahead in the count at 2 balls and no strikes. There are 13 hits, 2 of those doubles, 2 home runs. She's ahead in the count at 2-0, and now 3-0. On deck, Brooke Snyder hit the 2-run homer in the third after striking out in the first. And Sweet ahead at 3 balls and no strikes. Pence trying to find it and fires one right down the middle. The count now 3-1. See if Sweet is swinging here. She's going to be taken again. The 3-1. Missed inside. Maybe a little low. And now Brooke Snyder will stand in. She's already clubbed a 2-run homer in the third inning.
Number 14, Brooke Snyder.
And it looks like there's going to be a pinch runner. As Sweet will come out. And Lila Kriegel will run. Lila Kriegel runs for Sweet. As Snyder steps in with just 1 out. In the dirt, a ball. Snyder has hit 3 home runs this weekend, and all of them have been 2-run homers. The 1-0 pitch. Drives one back through the middle. That's her second hit of the day. And runners on first and second. As Indian Hills threatening to blow this thing wide open. As Vanessa Bakley will stand in. She's 1 for 2 with a single.
The shortstop, number 3, Vanessa Bakley.
Pence going to have to work out of a jam here, able to get a strike. And the count is no balls and a strike. The 0-1 to Bakley. She drives it towards the right field side, now to play. Now Bakley behind and no balls and 2 strikes. Pence has struck out 7. This would be a big strikeout. The hitter on deck, Harrington. Pence has struck out twice. Bakley fouls it straight back. Bakley does not strike out very often. 6 strikeouts and 132 at-bats. That was coming into the tournament. That's pretty crazy stat there. Only striking out 6 times. And did she must have held up. Thought there might be an appeal there. I think she was able to hold the bat back. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Popped up, left side, and out of play. And the count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Down at second base is Kriegel. At first base, Snyder. Foul back again. So Bakley making Pence work here in the 5th. Indian Hills able to win this game. They are the champions. As Bakley has run the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fell behind 0-2, but fouled off some pitches, took some close pitches. Pops this one up, and out of play again. And another 2 ball, 2 strike pitch. Coming from Laura Pence. Runners on first and second, one out, the 2-2. It's driven out to deep center field. Long run for Geiger on the run. She slides and makes the catch. The throw into second, and that's going to be a double play. What a play by Geiger. Sprinting back to the fence, slides in, makes the catch, bangs up against the wall, and then gets it back in to double off the runner at second. That was a shot by Bakley. And it's a long out and a double play as Kriegel is doubled off. That would be an 8-4-6 on the double play. And a big play there. If that ball gets down, probably 2 more runs score. Instead, we head to the 6th inning. 3-0 Indian Hills. They had 1 hit that inning. No runs, no errors, and 1 left on. We'll head into the 6th. Southeastern down to their final 6 outs. It'll be Katie Price, Ashley Rosado, and Heather Geiger. Price 0 for 1 with a pop out to short. But we've seen Southeastern rally.
Leading off the top of the 6th inning, the left fielder, number 5, Katie Price.
And Price will stand in as we're getting late here in this championship matchup. Price drives one into right field. That's going to get down. The throw comes into first. Not going to be in time. So Price with her first hit. He's single into right. And now Rosado will step in with a runner on first. As the first pitch swinging was Price. And gets the second hit against Grote. Grote looks in. Rosado swinging at the first pitch, fouls it back. No balls and a strike. Rosado 0 for 2. She struck out swinging and grounded to third. She bunts right back to the pitcher. Grote's throw is going to be in time to hit Rosado at first, but the runner does move into scoring position. 1-3 on the putout. I think it might have been 1-4. I think it was 1-3 though. And 1 out here in the 6th as Heather Geiger stands in. The run out at second base. Geiger takes off the outside corner ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 3-0 Indian Hills with the lead. And a 1-0 count on Geiger. She grounds it foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Grote looks in. The 1-1 pitch. Geiger pops it up. And foul. So the count now 1-2. Price down at second base. Geiger behind in the count 1-2. On deck, Chase Lowney. The pitch. Fouled off. And the catcher Westerkamp couldn't hold on. And we'll do it again on 1-2. Geiger didn't get much of that one. But just enough. Another pitch. Drives this one into left field. Over is Lloyd into foul territory. It hit her glove, but it's a foul ball. So Lloyd very fortunate as she dropped it, but she was already in foul territory. Lloyd's trying to get back in position. And the Indian Hills coach was checking on her to see if she was okay, and she said she is. And Geiger strikes out, completely fooled on the changeup. And that'll be the fourth strikeout
The third baseman, number 2.
for
Chase
Grote.
Lowney.
As Chase Lowney will step in with 2 outs. And Southeastern needing a hit to drive in a run. Trailing 3-0 here in the 6th. Lowney pops it up on the infield. Snyder over will make the catch, and the side is retired. So a leadoff single by Price,
No runs on 1 hit.
but nothing after that for Southeastern. So no runs, 1 hit, no
2 up
errors.
in the bottom of the 6th.
Left 1,
Harrington, Olson, right.
and it will be Macy Harrington to lead it off. She's struck out twice today. Once looking, once swinging. She'll step in the bottom of the 6th as Coach Deal having a conversation with her left fielder. And Lloyd dropped the fly ball. As Pence will go back to work. Indian Hills just 3 outs away from clinching the conference championship and being the Region 11 champions. But as we've seen, when Southeastern gets to the 7th inning, they have rallied twice today. So if they rallied twice during the tournament, and even though they're down 3-0, if Pence can keep it at 3-0, we saw them score 5
Macy Harrington.
against Iowa Western when they looked like they were going to be dead in that game. As Harrington takes off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 from Pence. Missed inside, 2-0. Pence has pitched all the innings. Was the 2-0 pitch. Missed off the plate. Count now 3-0 on Harrington. As Pence trying to avoid the leadoff walk. If Harrington has the green light, she takes a 4-pitch walk. So Harrington on for the first time today with the walk. And that'll bring up Chloe Olson. She's also struck out twice, both times swinging. As Pence comes with the pitch, Olson bunts, picked up by Coughlin. The throw to first, but unable to get on the bag is Smithburg. And they're going to say foul ball. Oh, she stepped on the plate. So Olson is out. Well, Olson steps on the plate, so she is out. While she was bunting. So the runner has to go back to first.
The first baseman.
And there's one away.
Jaylee Wright.
As Wright steps in, last time up, she hammered one to make it 3-0. Well out of here. And she takes a strike on the outside corner. She struck out swinging on a 3-2 pitch and homered on a 2-1 pitch. Pence has allowed just 4 hits, but 2 of those have been home runs. This thing high and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. On at first base is Harrington. She led off the inning with a 4-pitch walk. And Olsen called out for stepping on the plate while bunting. And now the count 2-1 to Reintz. 3-0 Indian Hills. In the bottom of the 6th inning. They're trying to clinch the title. Snap throw to first, and back standing is Harrington. The count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. A 2-2 count on Reintz. As she readjusts her batting glove. Gets back into the box. The 2-2. Ground ball to third. Lowney had to come up on her. Still able to field it. Throws and just in time to clip Reintz at first. The little bobble almost cost Chase Lowney, but still able to get the out.
The catcher, number
Runner down to
21,
second
Alexis
is
Westerkamp.
Harrington. And now Alexis Westerkamp will hit with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Westerkamp has struck out swinging and popped out to first. And another pop-up. This one's going to be out of play. Oh, 1 count. Westerkamp digs in, fouls another one back. Oh, and 2. So Pence looking in here in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch, low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 3-0 Indian Hills. Southeastern will have the 4, 5, and 6 hitters coming up in the top of the 7th. That pitch just missed in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch grounded back through the middle, and it gets under the glove of Geiger, so scoring is Harrington. On to third goes Westerkamp. She's going to be in with a RBI single and 2-base error. So the run-scoring single for Westerkamp winds up on third with the E8 on Geiger. Harrington scores, and it's 4-0. So now Jordan Holland will stand in.
The third baseman, number 12, Jordan Holland.
Still 2 outs in the inning. That is the 5th hit surrendered by Pence. Missing away. 1 ball, no strikes. A base hit here would put Indian Hills up by more than grand slam range. In there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Holland has walked and popped to third. in there for strike two. The count is 1-2 as Penn's trying to take us to the 7th inning. Holland trying to drive in another run. And the pitch misses away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And another 2-2 pitch from Pence. Ground ball, slowly hit. Lowney cuts it off, throws, and in time to get Holland. So we will head to the 7th.
Indians Hill scored 1 run on 1 hit.
Southeastern needs 4 to tie it as they trail 4-0. Indian Hills just 3 outs away from clinching the conference championship. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on in the 6th for Indian Hills. Southeastern has rallied back twice to win games when they faced elimination. Wasn't quite a 4-0 deficit, but they trailed 2-0 to Iowa Western before putting up 5 in the 7th. We'll see what happens here as we head in the top of the 7th inning. Indian Hills able to finish it out. We will have the on-field trophy presentation, but still 3 more outs to go. And it will be Taylor Podorf, Izzy Collins, and Sadie Smithberg for Southeastern. Alexis Grote just 3 outs away. She's only allowed 2 hits. Struck out 4. As Indian Hills trying to finish this one off.
Leading off the top of the 7th inning for the Blackhawks, the catcher number 17, Taylor Pator.
As Taylor Potorf will stand in. Southeastern needs base runners right now. As Grow with the pitch, and she hits Potorf on the first pitch. Well, just like that, Southeastern has a runner. Their last 2 ball games, they've rallied in the 7th to win the game.
Izzy Collins.
As Izzy Collins stands in. And Grove misses up. 1 ball, no strikes. As she's been in this whole game, Grove trying to finish it. Missed again, 2-0. Oh, hit by pitch. And now a 2-0 count on Collins. On deck is Sadie Smithberg. The 2-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike. Snap throw to first. And what a pick by Reintz. How she saw that ball kind of behind her. And still able to scoop it out. And keep Podorf at first base. The 2-1. Strike 2 called. And the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Collins. Two-two pitch. Swing and a miss. So Collins strikes out. The 5th punch out for Grote.
The second baseman, number 7.
And that'll bring in Sadie Smithberg. Southeastern needs 2 runners on to bring the tying run to the plate. And a strike 1. Indian Hills just 2 outs away from winning the championship. The 0-1 popped up and foul. As Grote looks in. Time called by Smithburg. First base is Pottorf. Smithburg behind on the count at 0-2. Takes a changeup, and she's down on strikes. So now just one out away is Indian Hills from being the ICCAC Conference champs and winning Region 11. 2 outs with Veronica Coughlin at the plate. Coughlin pops it up. Snyder's under it. She'll make the catch. And Indian Hills has won the ICCAC Conference Championship. 4-0. Indian Hills defeats Southeastern. They go 3-0 in the tournament to win the title as they get 2 home runs, a 2-run shot by Snyder, a home run for Jaylee Reintz, and a 4-0 Indian Hills win as they are the conference champions, and they win the Region 11 title as they defeat Southeastern 4-0. Now we'll have the on-field presentation and the awards presentation here.
The ICCAC and the NJCAA would like to congratulate Southeastern on a fantastic
As
season.
the ICCAC
Southeastern finished the season with a record
and
of 31 wins.
NJCAA would like
They
to
are the Region 11 runners-up.
congratulate Southeastern on being the runner-up. They had to fight. Southeastern,
Now we would like to recognize
the
Indian
runner-up.
Hills.
And now Indian Hills
The 2019
will host the
NJCAA Region 11
District
champions.
J Championship
Student athlete steps forward as their name is called to receive their medal.
as Indian Hills will
Number 3, Vanessa Bakley.
be receiving their medals on the field
Number 4, Macy Harrington.
as they won 11-3 in game 1 against MCC, beat
Number 6, Brittany
Iowa
Lloyd.
Western 1-0, and then beat Southeastern here in the
Number 7,
championship
Taylor
game
Steppermeyer.
4-0. Indian Hills will host the District J
Number 8,
Championship
Michaela Hall.
on either May 10th or 11th. They host the
Number
Region
9, Chloe Olson.
Region 16 winner.
Number 10, Alexis Groot.
As
Number 12, Jordan Holland.
the awards
Number
being
14,
presented
Brooke Snyder.
to Indian Hills. Brooke Snyder had a
Number 15,
big
Violet
weekend
Friedel. Number 16,
with
Jaylee
3
Wright.
2-run home runs.
Number 19, Abigail Sweet. Number 21, Alexis Westerkamp. Number 22, Nina Hendricks.
And the final players being introduced.
Last but not least, head coach Lindsay Dial.
Lindsay Dial, the coach, gets the trophy
And assistant
and
coach
the conference
Kelly
championship for Indian Hills. They're able to pull it out here
Bankson. Indian
and
Hills
defeat
with a
Southeastern.
record of 38-16 will now advance to host the District J Championship on May 10th and 11th against Region 16. Good luck.
So Indian Hills will move on as they are the District J champions, or the Region 11 champions. Will host the District J championship on May 10th or 11th. They'll host the Region 16 winner. And a fun weekend of softball here at the Tiger Softball Complex. And it's Indian Hills who winds up on top as the top seed. They came in and took care of MCC 11-3 in game 1. beat Iowa Western in that thriller yesterday 1-0. And they win the championship game here against Southeastern 4-0 as the Warriors able to get it done, and they are the ICCAC Conference champions and will be moving on to the District J Championship where they will host the Region 16 winner. Also Southeastern, terrific run for them, having to come back twice in the 7th inning. Did it twice, beating MCC 4-3 yesterday in elimination game. Today came back to beat Iowa Western after trailing 2-0. So nothing to be ashamed of for Southeastern as they put together a strong tournament run for the runner-up. But it's Indian Hills who is the conference champion, and they will get to host the District J Championship on May 10th or 11th. So congratulations to the Warriors of Indian Hills. That will wrap up our coverage of the ICCAC Conference Championship here at the MCC Softball Diamonds. I'm Andy Jennings for Isaac Comstock, Steve Muntz. We'll say good afternoon as Indian Hills wins the conference championship here, going 3-0 with wins over MCC, Iowa Western, and Southeastern to finish the deal. Indian Hills with the ICCAC Conference Championship. And good afternoon from the Tiger Softball Complex.